Part 2, not a peace sign. I'm your host, Jesse Swear. National recognized inclusive fitness trainer, Silver Sneaker Flex instructor, and this is another edition of The Force. 4 exercises to start and end your day. If you've done part 1, we're now on to part 2, and you can take part 1 and part 2 and add it to your daily routine every morning, every night to renew you, rejuvenate you, reset you, and refocus you so you can take on that battle and that journey of that day. Now before we get started, again, let me introduce myself. I am Jesse Swear. I am a nationally recognized inclusive fitness trainer. And go check out my website, www.jesseswear.com. And before we get to these 4s, part 2, so that you have 8 exercises to do to begin your day and end your day, a few things we need to go over. If you have any lightheadedness, pain, dizziness, discomfort, or fatigue, pause button, come back a little bit later. If you choose to stand, excellent. If you're in the seated position, excellent as well. Just make sure that you ground your feet and you plant them firmly into the ground, anchoring them, tucking the belly, tucking the tailbone, chest out, shoulders up, back and down. The other thing we need to go over is that virtual 5. You should always consult with your physician before engaging in any physical activity program. But participate in this online exercise with me, you assume all dangerous, hazardous risks. Of such participation, exercises demonstrated by the instructor in this online class can be demanding. If you're unable to safely perform these exercises, please modify them or choose a different set of exercises. Number 2, I can't see you, I can't hear you, so please pay attention to form, pay attention to mechanics, mirror me throughout, and again, tuck that belly, tuck that tailbone, anchor those feet. And if you're in the standing position, slight bend. Enjoy the journey as you do these exercises and adapt and modify as necessary. 3, breathe, inhale, exhale as you go through these motions. And then 4, pay attention to the rate of perceived exertion. It is a 1 through 3 because we are doing active stretches to begin your day and end your day. And a total of 8 of them, 4 from part 1. And now 4 from part 2, as this is part of the 4 series. And then 5, please hydrate. Down this mind. Where you might have. Now throughout, you want to pay attention to that perceived exertion, you want to hydrate, you want to pay attention to that posture, and you want to make sure that you breathe. Doing that all throughout this entire exercise. Now, the first stretch, or should I say the 5th stretch we're going to have, is that ear to shoulder stretch. That ear to shoulder stretch, clearly I sit up on the edge of that chair, I elongate my spine, tuck my belly, tuck my tailbone, and I'm going to rest my hands right here on my thighs. And then we're going to take the ear on my right side, and I'm going to try to touch my right shoulder. Pretty simple, right? Thought so. And you're going to hold that, again, for your 10 to 15 seconds, 2 to 3 sets, both sides. One side, and then the other side. Or, what you can do is you can modify it as you start getting a little more stretched in that neck, so you can feel that more on that left side. As you go up, you can always grab that right hand, and now you can pull down just a little bit, and you're going to stretch that left side a little bit more for your 2nd and 3rd set. But typically, you don't want to just go right into this, because again, they're going to be daily stretches, early morning, late evening. You don't want to kind of really just tug on that neck, because you might do some type of damage that you don't want to do, so you want to warm up the neck muscles. And then we go to the other side. So we're going to drive that left ear into that left shoulder, nice and elongated. Tailbone, tuck, belly tuck, and you're just trying to touch that left ear to the left shoulder. As you can see, this side needs warmed up a little bit more. And I'm going to again try to touch. But I can really feel that right side, and if I want to get a little elongated stretch, a little more of a stretch, I'm going to just slowly just pull down. And I'm going to feel that right side stretching just a little more, right where the carotid artery is, and that sternocleidomastoid muscle runs all the way up through. And then I'm coming back up to the top. Again, 2 to 3 sets, 10 to 15 second holds on that ear to shoulder stretch, which would bring us to the next stretch of this series, number 2, or number 6, if you're doing them back to back, is cross chest seated stretch. Okay. Tongue twister. Say that a few times. Cross chest seated stretch. Cross chest seated stretch. Cross chest seated stretch. And I just sit here, right here. You're going to take that left hand You're going to come across the chest. You're going to touch that right shoulder, and you're going to just grab onto that left elbow, and you're going to just pull it out. And you can just hold it right here. So you're not going to the neckline, you're just really coming across that chest, right across that heart. And you're going to hold this for, again, 10 to 15 seconds, 2 to 3 sets. That's one side. And then you do that 2 more times, and then you come, and then you do the right side. So the right side comes across the chest, take that left hand, and then you're going to pull that right arm across. As much as you can, where you can have tolerance, no discomfort, no pain. And you're going to feel that chest now stretch, but you're going to feel the postural side of the shoulder, and that's exactly what we're trying to really work with, not only the joint in that right side, but the postural side as well. And it's a cross body stretch, cross chest, seated stretch. You can do this from the standing position as well, or just in the seat. And you want to do this again, 10 to 15 seconds, 2 to 3 sets. That was number 2 of this series. Or number 6, if you're paying attention to both parts. And now the next one is behind the back seated stretch. So you don't want to do behind the back seated stretch before you do that cross chest stretch, because you want to get that shoulder warmed up. And we're going to take that left hand, nice anchored position, and I'm going to take that left hand and I'm going to try to find the small of my back here, and then I'm just going to try to stay and go vertically with that hand. I'm going to hold it, and now you're going to feel that more in that frontal or that postural side of that shoulder. And it might feel like it's going to snap. Don't go too much farther if you feel that. But there is going to be some discomfort probably with that, and again, it is because you're putting your arm in a position that you're not normally used to. And I would assume most of you haven't been arrested, so you wouldn't know what this feeling is like. Neither have I. And you're just going to hold that again, 10 to 15 seconds, 2 to 3 steps. And you're going to drop down. Now I'll go to a side view for this stretch. As you're going to just take this hand and you're going to just find that small of the back, and then you're just going to try to go up with it. So as you go up, find the small of the back's okay. As you try to take it vertically and go up, that's when you feel the greater stretch. And again, 10 to 15 seconds, 2 to 3 sets, and then you want to switch sides and you want to go to that right side. And again, one side might have a little bit more mobility than the other side. As I know, my left side has a little more mobility than my right side, and that could be due to injury, it could be due to arthritis, it could be just due to some overuse of that area or that arm, especially if you are right-handed and you drive a lot. That right side might not be or have the same range of motion as the opposite side. Or if you carry a book bag or a purse, or you do a lot of computer work. And I'll drop that down, 10 to 15 seconds. I didn't really feel that side that much. Maybe that side was a little easier for me to do. And then I'm going to get staying small at the back, and I can really take it up. As you can see, I'm taking that arm all the way up as far as I can. 10 to 15 seconds, 2 to 3 sets. Nice vertical, tuck belly, tuck tailbone, feeling good. I know I'm feeling good. This is feeling good. I'm not feeling the same discomfort as I felt on the other side. And again, you might have the same similar situation as I do, where one side feels better than the other side. Again, any pain, lightheadedness, discomfort, fatigue, don't put yourself in that position. And then the next stretch, after you do that behind the back stretch, because we're really working on that shoulder, and we're working on the elongation, is the tricep stretch. So I'm going to take that left side, I'm going to just take that hand right in front of me, I'm going to curl it up in that neutral position, and I'm going to take that elbow like I'm about to drop that elbow down, but I'm not, and I'm just going to take my hand, and I'm going to take that opposite hand. Take the right hand, get into that left elbow, and I'm trying to drive that hand down now, small at the back. Which, I will show you that momentarily. And I'm going to drive it down. Good. So side view of that, doing a tricep stretch, would be just take the hand, curl it up, neutral position, see it, drive up, and then take that right hand, off hand, and I'm just going to push down the spinal column and pushing back. And I'm stretching the back of the arm right here, 10, 15 seconds, 2 to 3 sets, both sides of the arm. Now, mobility issues, or someone that might have rotator cuff injury, arthritis, bursitis, overuse, you might not be able to do that exercise that well. Other side, throw it up, pick it up, pull back. And now you're going down the spine as well with that right side. I'll show you that side view, and then that'll be all 8 exercises for this session of the fours. Your shoulder, cross chest, seated stretch. Behind the back, seated stretch, and then your tricep stretch. Side view again, nice and tall, hammer curl. Come on up, keep coming. Left hand, going down, small back, or the long part of the back, and you're just trying to get a nice stretch of this tricep. 10, 15 seconds, 2, 3 sets. There you go. Part 2, 4. Exercises to do daily to start and end your day. In the window, move off from the floor to the door. Peace, my friends. Don't peace. Part 2 is done.